So when did you start waking up?
I've always been spiritual, pretty much my whole life. I've always been into spirituality. So when I was younger, that's why Earth, Wind and Fire's music. I was always drawn to that in Egyptian hieroglyphics. I used to make hip hop tapes in my basement, and I would draw covers and put hieroglyphics and stuff. So it was always, and I remember in the mid '90s, when I right around the time where I stopped making hip hop music back then, I would try to write a battle rhyme or something like that, but I'll always end up talking about God or something deep. I'm like, damn, like
Always coming
it
back to
always
it.
comes back. I'm like, I'm trying to talk about how I could smash a dude's head in lyrically. Like, I smash you here, but God and the spirits and the earth. Oh, what the? Oh, so I stopped making hip hop music because I was like, don't nobody want to hear this shit. Because at that time, gangster hip hop was still prevalent and everybody was buying all that. Like, people don't want to hear this, all this God spiritual stuff. They like, get that bullshit hippie. Like my uncle, you damn hippie. So I let it go, and but the time where my life really went for a major change was 2007. It was a situation where I walked away from the music business, and I just broken up with my girlfriend at that time, and it was 2007 January 1st, and I made the decision. Okay, I'm about to reprogram my mind. Then I started meditating, and it got led to books that led to other books and other books. Then I started having experiences, got led to the tantric workshop. Oh, energy got reminded, and then all this stuff just started happening. In 2009, I was in a big accident, lost everything, so I was forced to be just with myself alone to go in to discover more about myself that I had no idea I was there. And from there, that's when the really started gradually things started to come to me. I started to remember who I am and what I'm here to do. So now, more and more is being revealed to me, and I know more and more is gonna be revealed to me as I continue to go along the path. So my goal is just to be open to discovering more about myself and everything, and just allow the expansion to occur, and just be open, and not to limit myself. You know, I think that we've been taught that we were meant to live limited lives based on a theory of happiness that's false and it's an illusion. I personally believe there's no such thing as staying happy. Happiness is just um, a escalated emotional experience that you come down from. It's like a high. Happiness is a high. So, but bliss, peace, balance, that's stationary. You can actually sit in bliss and neutral, just the point of just being. That's where, but when you be the deepest version of being, it's bliss. You feel peaceful. But then you go to a birthday party and you're doing activities, then you get happy. So you catapult up to this, it's like an explosion of emotions. But after the party, you always come down. You always come down. There was a time where I used to try to force myself to be happy. I'm not happy. I need to be happy. Happy. Like for real. But then I realized, hold on, it's impossible to stay happy. That's impossible. The goal is to be neutral and just be. That's where you want to be. Because listen, in a neutral position, that's efficient energy flow because it's just a constant flow. Constant. There's no stagnation of movement. It's just steady flow, steady flow, steady flow. When you go deeper into that, you start to experience bliss within that deeper flow, and you just bathe in that.
I think
That's the
so many
goal.
of us get a taste of that happiness, and when we come down from it, we're all like we're shocked, and we want to reach for it and keep reaching for it for something. But
I agree, and it becomes like a drug, literally. Why do people get high? They get high because it accelerates them to this bliss of the chemicals. Like, oh, you feel good, then you come down. I want to get it again. So people get addicted to happiness. They try to do them. Get happy, get happy. It's supposed to be happy. It's like a drug to distract yourself from the neutral position of bliss and being. Because see, once you step into the realm of being, if you have emotional trauma, it's going to come up. Because within that stillness, things that need to come out come to the surface. So no, I don't want to feel that and face that. So let's go get happy, drink and party. I don't want to feel that. Oh, let's go get happy, drink a party, it's gonna feel good. You're gonna always come down. So the goal is be still, be bliss, and when things come up, allow it to purge out. Because once it goes, the more you purge within the space of neutrality and neutral position, the deeper into bliss you go. Purge, deeper bliss in a neutral position. Purge, deeper bliss. And it goes deeper and deeper and deeper until you just become a shining projection of bliss and love. And when you get to that space, you'll know because people want to come and be around you. Because they can feel it. You become magnetic. The deeper you go into your state of bliss, the more magnetic you become. So that's where we want to be, here. Neutral, open. And then when we're in that space, an opportunity presents itself, and it's an opportunity that's in sync with who we are and what we desire. Then we take it, and then we create within the opportunity. And then we experience fulfillment because the opportunity is giving us a chance to express the essence of self. And then we may experience happiness within that. Then we come down, go back to neutral position. Here's another opportunity, an invite. I accept. Then we create within that opportunity. Experience bliss, maybe share bliss, happiness. Then we come back down to neutral. We keep doing that. And as we keep creating within the opportunities that present itself, that's more in tune with the essence of self, we continually gain fulfillment and it's satisfaction that comes from expanding in various situations. And that's what we want to do. And then on top of that, when we create with others, we inspire them, they become fulfilled, and then they experience this experience, and they take the experience that they had, that feeling, and then they take that out into the world to create from that level of bliss to pour other people in, and it goes out and ripples like a big ocean. So that's what we meant to do. We meant to share the essence of self through opportunities that are in sync with who we are. But most people accept opportunities that they really don't want to take, but they feel like this is what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to go to college, or I'm supposed to be a doctor, or I'm supposed to be a lawyer. And then they take the opportunity.
What else am I gonna do?
Yeah. Then they take the opportunity, then they don't feel fulfilled because it's not in sync with the essence of self. It's in sync with what their parents think they should be doing, or in sync with what culture tells them they need to be doing, as opposed to what they feel like they need to be doing. The feeling of who you are is the essence of self. But we deny that because we don't believe that we're worthy to be fulfilled, really, if you want to boil it down. We think there's no way. Most people think there's no way I can live a fulfilled life and do what I really want to do. That's not how life works. Most people actually think that. And it's sad. It's sad. Most people, think, you need to go out there and work. You need to what, and be miserable like you? No, you can bring value to yourself outside of a job market. You can be your own job market. You can be valuable by being exactly who you are. You just have to figure out who that is. Once you know who that is, you operate. Once you figure out your value, which is figuring out who you are, you present that value and people will recognize it and they will see the value. Once you stepped into and accept that you are valuable, an exchange occurs. But we've been taught that no. The only way to be valuable is to be an economic slave. That's your value, to be a worker bee, to make other people rich, to make other people flourish. But what about your flourish? What about you flourishing? Where is that? Where's that process?
With someone who maybe hasn't tasted that bliss too many times before, how do they know if an opportunity is in alignment with self, or if it's just another opportunity that they feel like they have to take? Like what is a confirmation for them? Does it
excite you? When the opportunity comes, does it make you feel like, oh my God, yes, I want to do that? Do you feel that way? If you don't feel that way, don't do it. Because anything outside of that is your mind, and your mind don't know. Your mind don't know. But the essence of self, that excitement, is one of the clues. I'm excited about going to Australia. So the opportunity presents itself, I'm going. And if I want to connect, about meeting you, excited about meeting you. It feels good, right? You were coming to meet me, sure, come.
Yeah.
You follow the feel good. But if something feels off, like, nah, that's like, for example, if somebody presented me with an opportunity to make a lot of money, it's not about the money. Does it feel right for me? Is it something I would enjoy doing? If not, I don't want to do it. But most of us will put the feeling of enjoyment and fulfillment on the back burner for money, because then we think that money is the root, will fix all of our problems. Well, no, there are a lot of rich people who are miserable, committing suicide, alcoholics, because they got all this money and they travel all over the world. They got all these beautiful all these beautiful material things, but they're still not fulfilled. They're like, what the hell is missing? There's still an empty void that's not being filled.
I feel like money is gonna eventually buy it for them.
We've been trained to think, as especially American culture, well, it's all over the world now, but especially American culture, that money fulfills us, which is a lie. Don't get me wrong. I like nice things too, but I understand that getting nice things and having an overabundance of things doesn't fulfill me. Cause look, I'll give you an example of what I mean. When I was a young kid, I would always want the new video game system or what have you. It's Sega Genesis, right? Can't wait. Yeah, Sega Genesis. That's going to make me happy. So I get the Sega Genesis and play with it for 2 weeks. And after that, I'm used to it. And it's not exciting anymore.
It'd be $60 for a brand new game.
And then you play it for 2 weeks and then you don't even play it no more.
Or you beat it or something.
Yeah, and it's over.
Done. Another game to collect dust.
So it's the same thing with material items. Like if you get a Bentley or you get the big house, what happens is you get the mansion, and okay, maybe for 6 months it's exciting because you're in a new house, but after a while it's like, oh, whatever. It doesn't do anything for you anymore. But you know what does fulfill you every time, that continues to fulfill you? Connecting with people and sharing and having experiences with people. When you have experiences, that's what you constantly crave. That's something that always fulfills you. New experiences,
expansion,
new ways to create, new ways to expand and create new things. That will always fulfill you. But material things itself only satisfies you for a limited time, then you get used to it and it's over. That's what these rich people don't realize. But we're trained, so people who don't have a lot of money, they think, once I get a lot of money, then I'm going to be happy. Now, the money will help you in situations of debt and help you get some things that you really need that some people may not be able to afford. But what most people don't understand is, once you pay off all your debts and get all the Bentley and all that stuff, you're still not going to be fulfilled if you think that that's what a fulfillment is. You're still going to be craving something deeper. Every time. So, yeah, my thing is, the more that I evolve as a human being, the less I crave material items and the more I crave new experiences, new connections, And then, and then we connected, so I learn from you, right? From your experiences, I'm gaining data, I'm learning. I'm sharing things you're learning.
Download.
Yeah, so we're helping each other evolve by sharing our stories, and I think that's another issue. We don't share our stories with each other because we're ashamed of our stories. We're ashamed to admit when we were hurt, or we're ashamed to admit that we've been through pain. But if we could open up and share our stories with each other, we'll realize that we're more alike than we are different. And then we'll realize, well, damn, you went through that too? See, then you automatically feel better knowing that someone else has experienced something similar. That automatically helps to heal. And you may share something that you went through, and the person you're sharing with may have went through the same thing, and they may have a tool they can share with you to get over what happened. But you wouldn't have access to that information unless you share your story too. So
you never know if you never share.
Exactly. So I'm not ashamed to admit that I made a stupid mistake, or I'm not good at this and I did this and something foolish, because I know that act doesn't define me. Because within the act itself, wisdom was gained. If I would never try new things and make mistakes, how could I gain wisdom? How can I be a spiritual coach, a self-mastery coach, if I've never been through situations that I had to master? Right? So you got a lot of coaches, whatever, they want to put this persona, this image of perfection. No, you don't ever want to work with a spiritual coach who puts up this image of perfection, because Nah. If they don't want to admit that they've been through something, that's red flag. Because how you gonna tell me how to do something if you're so perfect and you never make mistakes? Come on. Nah. That's not true. That's false. So, if you're not being real, open, and transparent, how can I trust you? Because if you claim you never make mistakes, that's a lie. How can I trust you if you think, oh, so you perfect, right? Oh, really? Okay. Those who claim to be perfect are the most messed up individuals.
I never make mistakes.
Yeah, come on. I'm still making mistakes and learn from them. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
I think there was a quote by Edison or something. He failed 1,000 times before he got the light bulb right.
Mm-hmm. And like Donald Trump and all these people, he filed bankruptcy, I think, like 7 times. And, so people only see the successful part when he's successful, but they don't know he failed. I don't even like to use the word failure. He tried these many things that didn't work. But within the trial and error, he learned, oh, this doesn't work. Oh, but this works. Extract that data. This doesn't work, but this works. Extract that data. So it's not a matter, but some people are so afraid to try because they feel they're going to be judged if they don't succeed, quote unquote, succeed in it. So they'll try something, don't succeed, and never try anything else again because, well, that one thing didn't work, so I'm not cut out for taking risks. What they don't know is all the successful people that are being successful and doing great things have tried thousands of things that didn't work. But that's how much pressure we put on ourselves to be perfect, quote unquote perfect. We try a couple times, and if something doesn't work, we just stop. Then we go back. Well, maybe I was just meant to be a worker bee. I'm not good enough to do something better than this. We absorb that lie or that perspective of self.
It is just that, a lie.
It is. Then we never discover our inner greatness. We never find it because we don't believe it's there. So we stop looking for it. After we look a few times, well, I try to do something different once in my life, but I guess I'm not great. So I just went back to work at Walmart because I ain't nobody.
I mean, what do you do for somebody like that that's tried a few times and just like it's almost like giving up on themselves?
Yeah.
But you want to help them so bad. Like, is there anything that you could say or do?
Yeah, actually, I'm good at seeing the potential in people. So, for example, if I saw someone who didn't really see the potential in self, I would tell them, I see the potential. This is what I see. And this is what I see you would be good at. Now, once I give them that information, they're at a fork in the road. Either they can listen and see that potential and develop it and try again, or not. If they choose not to, I won't say it again. Because they don't want to expand. So maybe in this lifetime they won't expand, and that's okay. That's free will. That's their choice.
Yep.
I'm not going to try to cram it down your throat. I used to do that, try to be the savior, because it's like a blessing and a curse. I see the potential in people, and I see them as that, but they don't see themselves as that. So if they don't see themselves as potentially being what I see, they won't try to become it, and that's their choice, and it's okay. It's their journey.
And what a opportunity for you to be able to let go of that too. I think that as far as like trying to help people and just keep trying, like wanting to make somebody see that potential in them. I mean, I've come across that many times where I just want to like, don't you see it? Like, don't you see the light in yourself? I mean, people even tell me that because sometimes it takes somebody else to tell me when I'm just like, like I'm ready to give up. Like,
it boils down to understanding that we have to respect people's free will. We have to respect people's individual journeys. You can't want success for someone more than they want it for themselves, and we just have to respect that. And then having a bigger idea or a bigger perspective and seeing that there's really no such thing as time, and they'll get it right in their time. Let them try again. They'll come back in another life, and that's okay. Whether it takes 1,000 lifetimes, 100 lifetimes, or one more, 2 more, it's their personal journey and their frame of quote unquote time. But We have to respect that. And it's hard when you love somebody, you care about somebody, you see their potential that they don't see. Because you so want them to be fulfilled. You want to see them feel good. You want to see them. But once again, it's about respecting the order of things, respecting the personal journey of others. So I just had to come to terms with that and realize I'm not here to save people. I'm here to share tools with people who are looking for tools. If you're not looking for tools, I'm not going to try to hand you something you're not looking for. Why should I? Because you're not going to use it. So why would I give it to you? I'm not going to give you a hammer if you don't have no nails to hit to nail down. So that's just that. So I used to give hammers to all these people. And they like, I don't need a hammer. Yes, you do. Hit them nails. I don't see the nails. They're right there. I don't see them. Give me that hammer back. So yeah, that was a hard pill to swallow. But you have to swallow it. You have to respect the individual expansion of God.
That's a hard one.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was like one of the first things that started happening to me when I started discovering my own like potential and power. I just wanted to share that information with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted everybody to be on the same page. I was like, guys, we can we can be doing this so much better.
Yeah.
We don't have to rely on money anymore.
Yeah.
And we could do this together.
Yep.
People didn't see it. They were just like, what are you talking about?
And you know what? On Facebook, all the information that I share every day, I put it out there, and it's bait for those who are on the cusp, for those who are looking for the tools. Now, whether you grab onto the information or not, it doesn't matter to me. It's there for those who are ready for it. If you're not ready for it, okay, I'm not going to try to cram it down your throat, or I'm not going to debate with you or try to get you to see it. I will elaborate further if you have questions about what I mean. And once I elaborate as far as I can go, I stop, because I'm not in the business of proving that I'm right anymore. That my ego is put in a position, in a place to where I don't have anything to prove anymore. Either you get it or you don't. Either way, okay.
We can only all just share what we know.
Mm-hmm.
And each knows something that the other doesn't.
Right.
So it's like, there's a quote by Nako with Medicine for the People. He's like, don't be so selfish with all your love anyway.
Mm-hmm.
That comes to mind a lot,
Yeah, because I used to debate with people and try to, you don't see this. One of my clients I'm working with now, that's,
I just don't even get into debates
No,
anymore.
it's for what?
It's like, if you're trying to prove yourself, like, whatever, man.
That's how you know the ego is still in the driver's seat. You got to put his ass in the back seat. Get your ass in the back seat. Because I don't
let him explode.
Debate what? And you know what? That's how you know people really know, the ones who don't debate. Because once you know, you don't got nothing to prove. Really? Okay. You don't see it? Okay, cool. Maybe you're right. Run with it. It's all good. And I have, people that I mentor, and, they hear information from somebody else, some information that I may not agree with, and I'll explain that I don't agree, and this is why I agree, but they still do, and I say, that's fine. If you agree with that, you should run with that.
If it resonates, go.
I'm not here to prove to you that my perspective is valid. It doesn't matter to me. You should filter what I say. You don't agree with that? Beautiful. Go with the other person's perspective and use that. And that's fine. I don't feel disrespected or like you're not loyal or whatever. See, that's all ego stuff. A lot of people
that one used to hurt me.
Yeah,
that loyal business. Like, I love so many people.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everybody I come across, there's part of me that just loves them, and that whole like loyal, like I was talking about earlier with all my rapper buddies, like they just didn't understand that I'm friends with both of them, like
yeah. So
I'm not gonna limit my experience just because you don't like my other friend.
Exactly. That's crazy. Cause I kind of got a friend like that too, to where I'm friends with somebody they're not friends with, and I'm cool with both of them. But they both show me love. It's like, I'm not, and they try to like say little stuff to try to get me to pick sides. I'm not picking sides. Look, I'm just me. That beef between y'all is between y'all. That has nothing to do with me, and I'm not picking sides. I'm not gonna do it. That's not how I operate. And I used to have that mind state: either you on our team or their team. Who you? That's
old
just
news.
crazy. Like,
Old news.
yeah, I don't play that game anymore.
That's kind of animal like.
Yeah, I don't play that game. I just be me, and if you can like it or not. If you don't, okay, we don't have to connect. It's fine with that. I'm cool. It's that simple. Yeah, you're not gonna pull me into some drama. People be all this unnecessary drama. I was be looking like, really? You trying to pull me into that? For what, man? I don't care about none of that.
You just want your energy.
Basically, all that drama, and people feed off of drama. Some people are in emotional comas. They can't feel anything, so they create drama so they can feel something.
Yeah.
They want to stimulate some kind of feeling, and I'm like, nah, I don't.